Hi everyone and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be talking about some of Epicure's awesome silicone cookware. So I'm going to start it off by first making something for you. So we're going to start with the Perfect Petite pan. So this particular pan is awesome for so many different things. I'm going to be making granola bars. Homemade granola bars. So what I've already done in advance is I've made my mixture of peanut butter, coconut oil, oats, there's some chocolate chips, there's some dried cranberries, there's some dates, there's chia seeds, flax seed. I mix it all together, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be putting in this pan. Before you put any of these silicone pans in the oven, and all of the siliconeware, Epicure siliconeware, is oven safe. Oven and microwave safe. And if you look on the bottom of any of the products, the silicone products, there are symbols, and that tells you exactly where they can be used, at what temperature. They're all dishwasher safe, so it has a little icon for that as well too. So all of them have that information right even on the pan. So before I put that in, I'm going to oil. So I'm going to put a little bit of oil in each little mini thing. It just helps it to pop out nice and quick after. Another really good trick, especially for this one, is right after, you're not gonna take them out right after. Some people just wait till it cools. I pop my whole tray in the freezer just for a short time, and then they literally, the granola bars or whatever, will just pop right out. But oil helps, plus making sure it's cool. You never want to try and take things out right after it's been in the oven, especially. Okay, so you're gonna again oil these. Never, in all the silicone cookware, you do not want to use an aerosol like cooking spray like Pam. You do not want to use that on your silicone ware. Okay, so I'm going to just move this to the side. I'm going to start scooping in my mixture, and while I'm doing that, I'm also going to talk a little bit about what you could use this pan for other things you could use this pan for. So like I said, I'm making homemade granola bars. I also use this pan for my toddler, little mini like egg cups. So instead of making like a whole egg or a whole omelet, this is really good. You can make a whole bunch of them. You can hide some veggies in here, some cheese, with your little mini egg cups, and then you can put them in the fridge and reheat them, so that they're a nice like candy little snack. Another thing this is really good for is ice cubes. If you want to make flavored ice cubes, I've had people make it for baby food. So if you are someone who makes your own baby food, nice little way to make your own baby food, or to store your baby food. Obviously, like anything that can go in a round cake pan. So like you could make brownies, you could make, whatever you're baking could go in here as well. I haven't done it yet, but I've also heard lots of people who make like little mini pancakes in here. So there's so many options. They're just little bite-sized snacks, right? That's the whole point of this little petite silicone cookware item. Yeah, so that's this particular item. Super, super handy. I'm gonna talk also about a lot of our other cookware while I'm doing this. So like I mentioned, I'm for my son, who likes eggs a lot, I've made the mini egg cups in here, but I also have the Epicure omelet maker. The omelet maker is an amazing kitchen tool. 2 cracked eggs with a little milk, mix it together, put it in the microwave for 2 to 2.5 minutes. Depending, again, every microwave is different, so depending on your microwave, you always put it in for less and then put it in longer if you need to. So you play around with your microwave until you figure out, what the strength of your microwave is. So yeah, the omelet maker, I use it almost every morning when my son asks for his cheesy egg in the morning. I just put a little cheese in it too. It is the easiest thing tool to have in the kitchen on a morning when I'm trying to feed my infant son and my toddler at the same time. It is a very, 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 very handy tool. Another awesome piece of silicone ware that Epicure has for those brunch meals is the waffle maker. Okay, so again, with the waffle maker, whatever batter you want to use, Epicure does have the gluten-free batter that you can buy, or you just whip up your own batter and you put it in the waffle maker, and you don't actually have to fill it. I've made this mistake. You don't actually really have to fill it that full, because as the waffles cook, they expand, right? So sometimes I've made waffles and they've gone a little over. And then you put it in the oven, and you get great homemade fresh waffles. Again, similar as with this petite pan, you want to oil it first. And you also definitely want to just make sure that they're cooled down a little bit, or like I mentioned, just pop it in the freezer really quickly. And then the waffles, literally, they just pop right out. It comes right out. Okay, I'm almost done with these here. Got a little bit more to do. Another awesome tool in the kitchen that Epicure has in terms of silicone ware is they're the muffin makers. So we've got, they come in with a 2-pack that has 6, so 12 altogether. The muffin maker, obviously great for muffins. So any of the packets that Epicure has, our favorite, my son would gobble them all up, is the sweet banana bread. We make muffins in that all the time, or something like the pumpkin spice loaf. So you can make those so easily, so quickly in these. Now the great thing about these, so yeah, they can go in the oven, everything's oven safe, but these make really quick, delicious muffins in the microwave. So I often use this when I'm making muffins with my son, and we use it in the microwave. Really, really, really handy. They make it so much quicker. They make muffins so much quicker. For my son, who's pretty impatient when it comes to eating, and when he wants something, when we're baking, he's pretty eager to eat it after. So it's very, very handy to have it to go in the microwave. Okay, I'm just gonna put these in the oven. Okay. All right. Well, I'm just gonna rinse my hands quickly. Okay. So yeah, I mentioned, I'm just gonna grab omelet maker. I forgot to mention some of the seasonings, my favorite seasonings that I like to put in the omelets. For me, my son, not so much yet. So this is the Extraordinary Trio. So the lemon dilly, the CCB, and the 3 onion make awesome omelets. You could really put any of Epicure's seasonings in your omelets with whatever veggies, with whatever you want in. But the Extraordinary Trio, well, it is great for everything, anything, but it's really great for the omelets. And then with the waffle maker, oftentimes I will top our waffles instead of using syrup. You could use a little sweet dip. So take your Greek yogurt, put some of your sweet dips. This is the summer berry here, and mix that. You could even mix this into your waffle or your pancake batter. This is really awesome for that as well too. And then, so I mentioned a little bit again about the muffin pan. Epicure also has loaf pans. I personally don't have loaf pans, but what I have used for, same thing, for the banana bread, for the loaves, for whatever, I love my rectangular steamer. This is one of the first products I bought, and I use it for many, many things. But you can bake instead of putting the lid on. This is like a loaf pan. So I have made my pumpkin spice loaf. I've made it in here just like a loaf pan. So you can get the mini loaves from Epicure, and they're great, cute little mini loaf pans. Or you want to make one big loaf, you use your rectangular steamer. It's a great tool for that as well too. Another thing that I love using my rectangular steamer for is apple crisp. Well, apple crisp is a really awesome thing to make in this steamer. So cut up your apples, you sprinkle, well, whatever sweet dips mix you want. You know, put some oats, some cinnamon, a little bit of brown sugar, sprinkle it on top, put it in the microwave covered for 6 minutes, and you have a nice warm fresh apple crisp. It's delicious. And again, there's so many things this steamer can be used for, not just, you know, desserts or breakfast stuff. I have a whole video on the steamers in general, so I'm going to talk about this a little bit, but I have a whole video specifically dedicated to talking about the multi-purpose steamer. But in terms of, we're kind of talking about breakfast, brunch foods right now, there are some really awesome things that you can make in this multi-purpose steamer for breakfast or brunch. This O Canada seasoning is great on bacon, and making bacon in your steamer is so easy. You lay your bacon strips, sprinkle some O Canada seasoning. It gives it that like mapley flavor, maple bacon flavor. It's delicious. And bacon in the microwave for about 5 minutes, again, depending on your microwave. And so good. Another thing, and obviously that would be on the tray. Another thing that is a great breakfast tool, brunch tool for in the big steamer is like a French toast, like a French toast casserole. So cut up bread, and then you put your egg mixture, mix it together, cover it up, like 3 minutes, it's done. Okay, a great easy breakfast anytime. Could be just, you know, a quick easy breakfast on a weekday morning if kids want French toast before school. Another really great thing in here is oatmeal for breakfast. So that's an awesome thing. Again, like I mentioned, I have a whole video on the multi-purpose steamer, but there's so many things you can use the multi-purpose steamer for. And again, all of these pieces of silicone, the pieces of cookware are food grade silicone. They are really great cooking tools. Lock in the nutrients. You know, you're 100% food grade silicone. You're cooking with good material. The best thing about all these things is they're meant for busy families. They're meant for people, you know, that need to cook things fast. I want to talk quickly a little bit about some of these. So again, really good quality, durable silicone, some of the utensils. Okay, so the grip and grabs are really handy tools. One of my favorites though is this 3-in-1 spatula. Okay, for many different things. You can obviously, it's a spatula, it's a really great spatula. Spoon, okay, really good for mixing. And the reason why I love these things with all of my cookware is because you don't want to use knives or anything sharp in your silicone ware. So this is a great tool to have to use with these particular products. I use it every morning to flip my omelet out of here for my son. And this is not silicone, this particular tool, but this is just a good reminder of one of my favorite tools. Epicure's favorite tools is your 4-in-1 spoon. So it has your tablespoon, has your teaspoon, it has your half and your quarter teaspoon, all in one little handy dandy tool. Okay. So I just gave you lots of ideas. All these cookware again are so versatile and so great. But a lot of this was, you know, breakfast, brunch kind of ideas for you using your cookware pieces. The omelet maker you could use as like a cake pan, half of cake pan. So a small little cake. If you were making a cake rather than doing it in a big steamer or something, you can make cakes in this omelet maker. So there's so many great kitchen tools that Epicure has. This is just a handful of them. I know next on my list are the sheet pans and the sheet pan liners. Those make great, you know, you don't have to worry about anything spilling or leaking over on your cookie sheets, and you don't have to waste parchment paper or foil. And you know, they're really great for making cookies and for making even, you know, potatoes, like a hash brown, if we're talking breakfast food here. That would be great. So I'm really excited and looking forward to getting those. Those are next on my list. But like I mentioned, all of these tools are really awesome tools to have in your kitchen to help you make fast and delicious, healthy meals for your family. I'm just gonna check on these and see how we're doing. They need a little bit longer. So again, when I pull those out, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make sure that they're cooled down. So for these, I will probably pop the whole silicone tray right in the freezer, and then they're literally just gonna pop right out, no mess. And it makes cleaning the petite pan really, really easy as well too. Okay, so thank you so much. I hope that you learned something about the silicone cookware that Epicure has. And yeah, hopefully you can use some of these tools and helpful little tricks in your kitchen to help feed your family. Okay, thank you.